Divine mercy. Finding hope in difficult times. In our lives, moments of struggle, illness, and overwhelming challenges often leave us feeling lost and hopeless. During these trying times, the concept of divine mercy shines as a beacon of hope and solace. It is a profound reminder of God's unconditional love and compassion for humanity. Divine mercy assures us that no matter how broken we may feel, God's love is always within reach, waiting to embrace us. At the heart of divine mercy is the message that everyone, regardless of their past, can find forgiveness and healing. This powerful message was famously conveyed by Saint Faustina Kowalska, a Polish nun who had mystical experiences and visions of Jesus. In her diary, she beautifully articulated the essence of divine mercy, emphasizing that God's love is always available for those who seek it. Her revelations remind us that no sin is too great to be forgiven, and that mercy is ever present for those who earnestly desire it. In practical terms, understanding divine mercy encourages us to foster a personal relationship with God, especially during our darkest hours. It invites us to reach out in prayer, reflecting on our struggles and laying our burdens before Him. Prayer transforms our experience of hardship into a journey of faith. It is more than merely asking for assistance. It's a sacred connection that opens our hearts to God's will and guidance. Consider the story of a man who lost his job during a significant recession. Initially overwhelmed by despair, he felt isolated in his struggle. However, in his search for solace, he turned to prayer, seeking guidance and support. As he engaged in daily prayer and reflection, he began to notice new opportunities, job openings that resonated with his passions and skills. His persistence in prayer and faith in God's mercy led him not only to a new job, but to one that brought him genuine fulfillment. This transformation illustrates how divine mercy can manifest in our lives when we actively seek connection with God. Moreover, in understanding divine mercy, we realize the importance of community. The journey of faith is not meant to be walked alone. We thrive when we surround ourselves with others who share our beliefs. Community prayer groups and church services provide a supportive environment where we can come together, share our struggles, and uplift one another in faith. This shared experience amplifies the power of prayer and helps us feel connected to something greater than ourselves. Thank you for watching God's Word Inspires. Please subscribe to the channel to give me more motivation. I will pray for God's blessings upon you and your loved ones every day. I hope you enjoy this video. Stories of miracles. Throughout history, countless individuals have testified to the miraculous effects of divine mercy, offering hope and inspiration to those facing difficult times. These stories serve as poignant reminders of God's active presence in our lives and His willingness to intervene in our struggles. One compelling example is the story of a woman diagnosed with cancer. After exhausting all medical options, she found herself feeling hopeless and scared. It was during this dark period that she turned to prayer and devoted herself to the Divine Mercy Chaplet, a prayer that calls upon God's mercy. She joined a local prayer group where she found community and support. As she prayed fervently, she began to experience a profound sense of peace and strength. Over time, something miraculous happened. After several weeks of dedicated prayer, her health began to improve. Following a follow-up appointment with her doctors, she received the news she had prayed for. The cancer was in remission. Her journey not only illustrates the power of faith, but also emphasizes the transformative effects of divine mercy. It serves as a reminder that when we open our hearts to God, miracles can occur. These stories of miraculous transformations highlight the importance of community support in our spiritual journeys. Sometimes, when we feel isolated in our struggles, reaching out to others can provide the strength we need to persevere. Surrounding ourselves with fellow believers, fosters an environment of encouragement and love. Community prayer groups, church services, and support networks allow us to come together, share our burdens, and uplift one another. Imagine a group of friends who meet weekly to pray for each other. Each person shares their unique challenges, be it family issues, job losses, or health concerns. Through their collective prayer and shared experiences, they find comfort and renewed hope. Many report feeling lighter and more connected, realizing they are not alone in their trials. This sense of camaraderie can be transformative, reinforcing the idea that divine mercy not only acts in individual lives, but also works through our relationships with one another. In conclusion, the power of divine mercy is a profound source of hope in difficult times. By understanding its message and sharing our experiences within a supportive community, we can navigate life's challenges with renewed faith and resilience. Embracing divine mercy invites us to open our hearts to God's love, seek forgiveness, and inspire others with our stories of transformation. The role of faith in difficult times. Faith serves as a powerful ally when we face life's myriad challenges. It acts as a lifeline, allowing us to maintain hope even when circumstances seem overwhelmingly bleak. In times of trouble, believing in divine mercy means trusting that God is actively working behind the scenes, orchestrating events for our ultimate good, even when we cannot see it. This deep-seated faith provides comfort and strength, guiding us through our darkest hours. Reflecting on biblical stories can significantly strengthen our faith and provide a framework for understanding our own struggles. Take, for instance, the story of Job, a figure who endured immense suffering, yet maintained his faith in God. Job faced the loss of his wealth, his health, and even his family, all while wrestling with feelings of despair and confusion. Despite these challenges, he never lost sight of his trust in God. Job's unwavering faith teaches us that even in the darkest times, we can cling to the belief that God has a plan for our lives, one that encompasses both our joys and our trials. Job's story invites us to reflect on our own lives. When we encounter difficulties, it can be easy to feel abandoned or to question our faith. Yet, just as Job ultimately experienced restoration and blessings beyond his previous state, we too can find solace in knowing that our struggles may serve a greater purpose. This perspective encourages us to seek God's grace actively, reminding us that we too can experience miraculous changes. In doing so, we cultivate a deeper relationship with God, learning to trust Him more fully even when our circumstances feel dire. Faith also teaches us about the power of resilience. Each challenge we face can be an opportunity for growth, leading us to develop a stronger, more unwavering faith. By sharing our experiences with others, we can foster a sense of community that nurtures faith. When we listen to others' stories of overcoming adversity through faith, we inspire one another to persevere. We discover that we are not alone in our struggles. Many have faced similar challenges and have come out stronger on the other side. This shared journey of faith provides a supportive environment where we can uplift each other and deepen our understanding of divine mercy. Embracing divine mercy also involves a profound understanding of forgiveness, both forgiving others and accepting forgiveness for ourselves. Holding on to resentment or guilt can weigh heavily on our hearts and minds, creating barriers that prevent us from experiencing the fullness of God's love. When we choose to forgive, we open ourselves up to receive God's mercy, allowing it to transform our lives in unexpected ways. Consider the powerful example of a man who struggled with anger towards a family member. After years of conflict and unresolved tension, he found himself trapped in a cycle of bitterness. This anger consumed him, affecting his relationships and overall well-being. After much contemplation and prayer, he finally decided to extend forgiveness. This act of letting go was not merely a superficial gesture. It required deep reflection and a willingness to release the past. The moment he chose to forgive, a tremendous burden lifted from his heart. He experienced a wave of peace wash over him, a clear indication of how embracing mercy can lead to profound transformation. Forgiveness, in this case, mended not only their relationship but also restored harmony within himself. This illustrates that forgiveness is not a one-time event. It is a continuous journey of healing and renewal. Forgiveness allows us to break free from the chains of resentment and anger. It paves the way for reconciliation and deeper connections with others. Moreover, it opens our hearts to experience God's mercy more fully. When we forgive others, we mirror the compassion that God extends to us. This reciprocal relationship reinforces the idea that divine mercy is a cycle of love, healing, and grace. Seeking divine mercy is an ongoing journey, one that involves commitment to prayer, reflection, and community. It's essential to create space in our lives for this transformative process. Daily prayer can help us to stay grounded in our faith and open our hearts to the work of the Holy Spirit. Engaging in community worship and support can reinforce our commitment to forgiveness and mercy, allowing us to share our burdens and celebrate our victories together. As we embark on this journey, it's crucial to remain open to the unexpected ways in which God may answer our prayers. Often, the miracles we seek manifest in forms we did not anticipate. Perhaps a difficult relationship begins to heal, or a new opportunity arises when we least expect it. By maintaining an open heart and mind, we create an environment where God can work in our lives, often in ways that exceed our understanding. In conclusion, faith and forgiveness are integral components of embracing divine mercy. They empower us to navigate life's challenges with resilience and grace. By reflecting on biblical stories, engaging in community, and committing to a life of prayer, we can cultivate a deeper faith that anchors us in times of difficulty. Through the act of forgiveness, we not only release our burdens, but also invite God's transformative love into our lives, paving the way for miraculous changes that enrich our souls and relationships. If you find yourself feeling trapped or burdened by life's challenges, I encourage you to reach out to divine mercy. In moments of despair, it can be difficult to see a way forward. However, embracing the concept of divine mercy opens a pathway to hope, healing, and renewed strength. This journey begins with prayer, a powerful tool that allows us to express our needs and desires to God. Prayer is more than just a ritual. It's a deeply personal conversation with God. It's a moment to lay down our burdens, fears, and uncertainties. When you pray, you invite God into your struggles, seeking His guidance and support. Start by finding a quiet space where you can reflect and connect with God. You might say a simple prayer, such as, "Dear God, I feel overwhelmed by my circumstances. I ask for your mercy and guidance. Please help me find peace and strength in this difficult time." This act of surrender is the first step in experiencing divine mercy. You might also consider keeping a prayer journal. Writing down your thoughts and prayers can help you process your feelings and recognize the ways in which God responds to your requests. In addition to prayer, seeking support from a community of believers can be transformative. Engaging with others who share your faith creates a network of encouragement and strength. Look for local church groups, prayer circles, or online communities focused on divine mercy. These gatherings provide a safe space for sharing experiences, praying together, and uplifting one another. Being part of a community allows you to witness the miracles in the lives of those around you. As you hear their stories of faith and healing, you may find inspiration and motivation for your own journey. Remember, you are not alone in your struggles. Many have faced similar challenges, and have experienced the profound impact of divine mercy in their lives. Consider the story of a woman who joined a local prayer group after losing her job. Initially feeling isolated, she soon discovered a network of individuals who offered support, shared their own struggles, and prayed for one another. Over time, she not only found a new job, but also built lasting friendships and a sense of belonging. This experience reinforced her faith and deepened her understanding of God's mercy. Taking time to reflect on the miracles that have occurred throughout history and in the lives of those around you can strengthen your faith. The Bible is filled with accounts of divine mercy in action, stories of healing, redemption, and transformation. For instance, consider the miracles of Jesus, who healed the sick, raised the dead, and forgave sins. Each story is a testament to God's unfailing love and compassion. In addition to biblical miracles, personal testimonies can profoundly impact your understanding of divine mercy. Hearing how others have overcome obstacles through faith can inspire hope in your own life. Perhaps you know someone who has experienced a miraculous healing or a significant change in their life circumstances after embracing their faith. These stories serve as reminders that God is always present, ready to work in our lives when we invite Him in. The journey of embracing divine mercy. By embracing the concept of divine mercy, you open yourself to a world of possibilities. It's an invitation to experience God's love in transformative ways. You may find the strength to overcome obstacles, the courage to heal, and the peace that surpasses understanding. Each step you take toward embracing divine mercy brings you closer to experiencing the fullness of God's grace. 1. Recognizing your needs. Start by acknowledging your feelings and struggles. What burdens are weighing you down? Write them down in your journal. By articulating your needs, you open the door for God's mercy to enter your life. 2. Inviting God's mercy. Once you've recognized your struggles, invite God into those areas. Pray for His mercy and guidance. Remember that God's love is unconditional. He is waiting to embrace you, no matter how heavy your burdens may feel. 3. Cultivating an attitude of gratitude. Practicing gratitude can shift your perspective and open your heart to God's blessings. Take time each day to reflect on what you are thankful for, no matter how small. This practice helps cultivate an awareness of God's presence and mercy in your life. 4. Taking action. Faith is often demonstrated through action. Look for ways to live out your faith in practical ways, whether that's helping others in your community, volunteering, or simply being present for a friend in need. Acts of kindness can be a powerful expression of divine mercy. 5. Remaining open to God's plan. As you continue on this journey, it's important to remain open to the unexpected ways God may answer your prayers. Sometimes, the miracles we seek may not look like what we envisioned. By maintaining an open heart and mind, you allow God to work in your life in ways that exceed your understanding. Finding peace amidst turmoil. Life is filled with ups and downs, and it's natural to feel overwhelmed at times. However, by reaching out to divine mercy, you can find a profound sense of peace. This peace is not dependent on external circumstances. Rather, it flows from your connection to God. As you embrace divine mercy, consider incorporating spiritual practices that nurture this connection. Meditation and contemplation. Spend quiet moments in meditation, focusing on God's presence. Contemplate His love and mercy, allowing these truths to permeate your heart and mind. Daily devotions. Establish a routine of daily devotionals or scripture readings that focus on divine mercy. This practice can help reinforce your faith and remind you of God's promises. Mindfulness. Practice mindfulness in your daily life. By being present in the moment, you can cultivate awareness of God's presence around you. Notice the beauty in small things, a kind word, a sunset, or a smile from a stranger. Remember The journey of embracing divine mercy is ongoing. It requires patience, perseverance, and a willingness to grow in faith. As you navigate life's challenges, take comfort in knowing that God's mercy is always within reach, waiting to guide you toward a brighter tomorrow. Consider the story of a man who faced numerous setbacks in life, including health issues and financial struggles. Throughout these trials, he remained steadfast in his faith, praying regularly and seeking the support of his community. Over time, he witnessed changes that he could have never anticipated. Not only did his health improve, but he also found a new purpose in helping others who faced similar challenges. His journey illustrates that when we embrace divine mercy, we open ourselves to transformative experiences that can lead to a renewed sense of hope and purpose. If you find yourself feeling trapped, burdened, or lost, know that you can reach out to divine mercy at any moment. Begin with prayer, expressing your needs and desires to God. Seek out a community of believers who can walk alongside you, providing support and encouragement. Reflect on the miracles that have occurred in the lives of those around you and throughout history, allowing these stories to inspire your faith. By embracing divine mercy, you invite God into your life in profound ways. You may discover the strength to overcome obstacles, the courage to heal, and the peace that surpasses understanding. Remember, you are never alone. God's mercy is always within reach, ready to guide you toward a brighter future. As you move forward, carry with you the knowledge that divine mercy is a wellspring of hope. Allow it to transform your life, inspire your actions, and deepen your faith. The journey may not always be easy, but it will undoubtedly lead you to a place of love, healing, and grace. Embrace this journey and watch as your life unfolds in beautiful, unexpected ways. After watching, remember to like, subscribe to the channel, and comment on the video. I have many good videos to share. Learn to give, and God will give peace to you and your family.